Hello, Paul. Listen, I just want to air a grievance, mate. So I've been road testing these scooters of recently, fair enough, and you give me a 125cc version. But I did say I want something bigger. Now, what's this you've stitched me up with? Okay, 1600cc fuel injection. That's fair dinkum. But, you know, I'm not happy.
You don't need to shout.
Oh, hello, mate. How are you doing? I'm not happy, cock.
What's up? 1600 big and you want something big? Fuel injected this?
Yeah, fair enough, but I wanted a motorcycle.
This is a trike.
I can see that.
You know that, do you?
Oh, I've noticed.
10 out of 10 for observation. It is indeed a trike. And we've got 3 trikes with us here today. Now, we've featured trikes in the past on our programme. You might recall we went down to South Wales and featured a couple of different trikes. We had a Suzuki Marauder and we had a Hayabusa. They really started life off, well, they did actually start life off as motorcycles, and they were triked. They were turned into a trike. This really is a different story today. Are you paying attention to this?
I listen to your every word, mate.
Good.
Take absolutely no notice, but I listen. And you may remember that Jeff of recent has in fact road tested a car, but a car with a bike engine, a Hayabusa engine. Well, this is different in respect that this is a motorcycle with a car engine, a Volkswagen Beetle engine.
I mean, you've been doing your homework, haven't you?
Oh, aye.
These are different. In fact, the thing with these is, these are production machines. You can open a catalogue, look at a nice picture of this and say, yes, please, I'll have one of them.
Now, if you thought that trikes weren't popular, then try telling that to the distributors based in Bolton, Lancashire. Their brochure points out that Boom have been around for 10 years, during which time they've sold over 5,000 trikes.
Now, we must have created some interest already, having seen these on the road. They are fascinating machines, but what exactly are they? Well, a trike with a Volkswagen Beetle engine, and you can have a 1200cc right the way through to an 1800cc injection model. Well, I mean, that's obviously going to kick out a whole load of power. So they are indeed like a car in respect that you use a car licence, but you ride them like a bike. You've got your handlebar controls here. Just like a car, you've got a dashboard, and on the tank here, it's got gauges, it's got an oil pressure gauge, a rev counter, even got a petrol gauge and the usual thing. It starts like a car. You stick your key in it and turn it a little further, it sparks it up into action. They're just like Honda Go Wings in my eyes, in respect that although they're a production machine, it's true to say that you never see 2 the same Go Wings ever, because people put a whole load of accessories on, and that'll be exactly the same in one of these. You're never going to buy one and not put a load of bolt-on goodies, just like this great big stainless steel bar around here, and the rack on the back. All sorts can be bought for these things. On the way of controlling them, well, it is a half a car, half a bike. You've got foot pedals here with clutch and brake, and you've got a throttle in the hands on the handlebars. Can be a tad confusing when you first get on them. And in fact, somebody you know and I know who gets easily confused is Paul. Yeah. How did you get on with it, Paul?
Very good. I'll give you that way. And I was a bit confused, and it took a little bit of getting to grips too, because as soon as I jumped on this, I went like that and looked for my levers, and there are no levers. There's no clutch lever, there's no brake lever. As Wayne says, yeah, we've got a throttle up on the right hand there where we'd expect to find it, but no levers. So how on earth do you control the thing? Well, we've got pedals, as Wayne says. Left is the clutch, just like a car. Left foot does the clutch and your right foot does the brake. So where's the gears? Well, it's a Volkswagen engine, as we know, a car engine, so we've got a car gearbox down here. 4-speed gearbox, normal 1, 2, 3, 4, normal configuration, and there's a reverse as well, because you can back these up, and believe me, you need to. You can't go shoving these around your drive and spinning them round. There is another brake as well down here. There's a handbrake which you can pull on, but when you pull the handbrake on, if you're in first gear, it cuts the engine out. Now, there is a technical reason for that which I won't go into, but it is a little bit of a pain, especially on a hill start, because you just think when you're on a hill, you've got your handbrake on, you let your handbrake off slowly, you let your clutch out so it's just gripping, and then you'd accelerate up the hill. Dead easy in a car, isn't it? Easy on a bike as well. Not so easy on one of these, because you can't have your handbrake on the hill. So you have to have your clutch in, you have to have your foot brake on, so you've got both feet forward. When you want to take off, you've got to let both feet off together, perhaps let your clutch off a bit faster than you let the brake off, and throttle it at the same time. Very confusing. Takes a little bit of getting to grips with, really, getting used to, but once you get the feel of it and get the hang of it, it really is great fun.
Here we go now.
Here we go, Wolf.
Hey, now listen, have you passed your test?
I'm all right. I've had the course.
Don't forget, it's car controls and bike controls.
Where's
together.
my brakes?
You're worrying me.
Where's the clutch?
Hey, oh,
get off my leg. Will you sit down?
Stunt rider!
Sit down. Sit down.
Big coats, eat your hearts out. Here we go now.
You know, the thing about riding trikes is it makes you want to do silly things. Almost makes you want to act daft, and the sight of 2 or 3 of them on the road is certainly enough to turn lots of heads.
Excuse me, driver, can you wind the window down? I want to be sick.
You know, you never really know what's going to come over you when you're riding a trike. You might even get the sudden urge to burst into song.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea.
So how much will it cost you then if you want to join the triking family? Well, let's start with this one. This is a Wolf Trike. It's not a boom trike, but it's owned by the same parent company over in Germany, all really part of the same big trike family. This is the base model. One like this will cost you £9,000. But if you're a bit of a DIY enthusiast, you can actually buy one of these, or any trike really, in kit form, and you can save yourself £1,000 by doing that. And if you like tinkering, I'll just shove this up here out of the way. There. That's where it all goes on there, so you can tuck in there, get your hands dirty and play all day. No acres of plastic bodywork to get rid of, and as I say, save yourself £1,000. They say that one of these can be put together in 16 hours, allegedly, so that's a weekend's work. I don't know whether I could do it in a weekend, but that's what they're saying. You get everything that you'll need in the kit. A little bit more expensive is this one, the yellow one. It's called a family. It's called a family because it's got more seats. You can get 3 people on the back. Bit awkward to climb in, it looks like, doesn't it? But all you do, pull that up there. It's like a fairground ride, like the waltzers, isn't it, eh? The louder you scream, the faster we go. And here we go. Don't be fooled by those filler caps on the petrol tank up there. They're just dummies. The fuel goes in there, underneath the rear seat. All very neat, very nicely put together. One like this, a base version of the family, will cost you £10,000. But this particular one, with all its bolt-on goodies and bits and pieces, its extras, we're up now to about £14,000. But if you want to spend big bucks, you need to be over there where Wayne is on a Lowrider.
A Lowrider? Are you trying to say something there, are you?
Not at all, mate.
Yeah, no offence taken either. So, the bottom line is, this is the big daddy of them all. Starting up front here, it's huge, got a massive big front wheel, and to have that and retain that front wheel, you need big forks. Look at them, 60mm, massive things. Come further back here, you can see it's just oodles of stainless steel. This is the big one because this fella has got a 1600cc engine, fuel injected. It does come with all these fancy panniers and tote bags and everything, and it costs you £16,500. For that though, you've got the potential of 100 mile an hour, and I do believe a free pair of gloves. 16.5 grand. I wonder if I could get that on expenses. Just excuse me a second. Hello, yeah, about my expenses. I might just have to throw a little extra in this month.